didn't he? Because he wanted to play mid. No, yeah, definitely a very flexible player.
So I do like this TB pick, but now let's go look at the other side. Mineski, they are running a combo which I was so impressed with the way that their coordination was with this Mirana. Naga Mirana yep. And Moon's Mirana. He is probably one of the only players that I feel like you can actually see playing this hero right now because it's not a popular one, but this is one of his specialties. He loves the hero and he plays it really damn well. And this is something that they've been doing a lot too. Getting that first blood, getting themselves off to a nice start so they can get an advantage and know where the lanes are is the more important thing.
I'm looking forward to see how well Ice can play the Nyx Assassin. You know, this hero felt a little underwhelming of late, but Ice has been looking to be absolutely on form this LAN, so let's see what he can make happen with the Nyx Assassin.
It was one of his most beastly heroes at a time too. In SEA, he had like a 99%, 97% win rate or something with his team. Stun off the mark though, pretty hard versus Weaver. They even throw the arrow. They thought he hit it. Confidence in Ice right there.
Yeah, always worth to just throw it out just in case. I mean, they're maintaining control of that bottom rune spot anyway. Up top, Ghostic just bullying Mushi away from that rune now that Empire know that Mineski have the larger numbers down towards the bottom. And with that in mind, I'm going to see if Mushi does try and go to steal this, but a second set of treants are out and that will keep Mushi forced away. So
2 for 2 runes.
2 for 2.
The usual.
And the lanes, what are we going to see? I mean, you were saying, are we going to see anything sort of aggressive? I mean, at the moment, it looks like they are going to have the sort of dual lanes coming out from Mineski.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect move. There's a disruptor, right? That's what we talk about all the time. Best way to deal with disruptor is run at him in the laning phase.
Some good body blocks.
Make him be on the backside, and he'll be okay, though. And now they're going to pull the wave as well. Kinetic field just to give him some harassment. Should be able to get away with grabbing this wave though, and Yoku's going to make the move to contest this. This is the right move. I think whenever you see these type of aggressive dual lanes, if you have a weak dual lane, you want to bring that third hero in to just kind of punish them a bit.
Going to come over from the high ground here, so he can close the gap onto Jabs. The mid lane matchup, as you say, Moon on the Mirana, FM will be there, but down bottom, Jabs getting gone on. Goes to the smart play, TP straight out, know that there's no further way that his TP can be cancelled by Empire.
Yep.
So FN farming in the mid lane on this Terror Blade. Is this the... I mean, obviously with the Weaver, they do need to have him safe. Does he do all right in this matchup on his own?
He's got high armor, so the right clicks aren't too much of a problem. But
the burst is going to scale up, isn't it?
The burst with rotations can definitely bring him down if he doesn't watch his position. So I'd like to see him get, Raindrop, Wand, some stat items to at least make him not as resilient to that death. So yeah, he has queued up the Aquila. He's even got a Fairy Fire to kind of help him out too, to get that little burst heal. But he does need to watch his positioning. Don't overextend too much because Mirana can definitely burst you down with such a squishy TB. But yeah, 11 armor makes you quite resistant to those right clicks.
Absolutely, yeah. With the Stout Shield, no fuss at all about Moon right clicking into your bottom lane. Ice being found out. He has got the Spike Carapace, but Nyx playing around the Nyx Assassin, as that will be your first blood.
They saved the last hit for him too. They made sure that he get that one.
And the Dream Start for the carry of Empire.
We haven't liked, like you were mentioning a little bit, the Nyx Assassin. Not really too much of a dominant hero. Ice on the hero is a little different, but it is a Nyx offlane, which has not been having too much success either. We'll be seeing if he can actually make it work, but I mean, versus an aggro tri-lane is hard.
Yeah, there's going to be that point of the game where it's all about keeping your eyes on FN. If Ice is able to sort of stalk FN whilst he's in sort of this clearing out the jungle camps phase of farming, set up for the sort of Moon to hit the arrow from a mile off. Oh, Ghostic.
He tried to snipe the courier. He didn't even get it.
Paid with his life there, as the courier indeed well and safely over in the jungle of Mineski as they draw it away from that mid lane. So nice awareness from Mineski there. They saw that that play was going to come through, and they were able to do something about it.
That's if I was FN in
probably
mid lane, I'd be pretty upset if your teammate did that, right? You're having a great time in the lane. There's
the setup. There's the arrow. They move in. It's a long duration stun. He does have a burrow strike. It may not matter. Comes back in. That's not going to save him, surely, as one final right click flies through from Moon. That's the second kill for the mid laner.
Starting to get bonus levels, some more bonus gold as well. So his right click actually is going to start adding up as well. Ooh. Some big mistakes coming out from Empire.
FN wants this lane redeemed, and he's going to call Yoku back in, but the leap's online for Moon, jumps himself back to safety as Empire can't quite get a grab onto the Mirana.
Empire really has to watch themselves with those type of moves versus this Mirana, because we've seen what Moon can do when he starts getting some farm on that hero.
Absolutely, and the thing was, you look at the CS, FM was having the better time in that lane, but those two kills certainly going to even things out in the long run, favoring Mineski in that mid matchup.
Yep.
Side lanes, how we're looking, Ghostic 8 for 2.
Oh, they're going to start going on top there, Ghostic.
Same time on mid, they're trying to make a go. There's the setup up top indeed with the the net into the slow from Ninja Boogie as they close in, and they'll claim that kill, no trouble at all. Ghostic unable to hold those 3 off as they dive in upon him. That top lane going beautifully for Mineski.
Yeah.
Mushi getting involved in kills, and he's tops, yes, 19 for 10. Ghostic struggling to really put too much pressure on those areas. Same to be said though, down bottom, Ice only getting 8 for 1. He's getting the experience. But he actually is being able to disrupt the farm of this Weaver a little bit. 10 for 9, 10 for 10. So already sort of the difference between Mushi and Nyx becoming apparent in this lane stage.
Yeah, we've seen why Ice is one of the best off-lane Nyxes, if not one of the only ones that I've seen have that success. It's also because of that movement that happens, right? Yoku gets forced to go to that mid lane, and he actually gets
Look at this up top.
V2.
Better news for Mineski as they dive in, get involved in another kill onto the offlane, and they're actually looking towards the Sanking as well, forcing Yoku to back up. He's got the Sandstorm, buying time. Mineski falling a little low, and Ghostic will TP back into the lane, so already backing off away from that. Mineski finding some crucial kills that, well, 2 that the mid lane has been involved in, and 2 that the carry has. Mushi and Moon off to a great start in that respect.
Yep. And look at this, because they're forcing those reactions, that dive happens, Yoku TP's top. Bottom lane becomes easier for Ice to get some level. It's level 4 on the Nyx and 13 last hits. Tied with that Nature's Prophet, which you really wouldn't expect, you know, a Nyx off lane in comparison to that Nature's Prophet to have the same last hits.
Be careful there, the Starfall from Moon comes down upon him.
Yep.
Those raindrops certainly helping out that little bit. They'll start to go down. Actually, a little far in Moon, but he's still got the leap. So feeling confident, feeling very safe between these two. Only really the burrow strike he has to worry about in that sense. Maybe if there's a disruptor rotation, he has to be a bit more careful. But still, nonetheless, with those kills, FN is still farming fine in that middle lane. 31-12, getting as much farm as Mushi up top. And down in the jungle of Empire, do spot out Jabs. Chasing him down with the Burrow Strike. Do they have enough control? Top lane at the same time. Mushi moving in with Ninja Boogie, claiming Ghostic's life. Back towards bottom. Yoku and Miposhka do finish off the kill on Jabs. But still, this is a lot of kills on this top lane that are being fed into the hands of Mushi's PL. Yeah,
Ghostic needs to take a little bit of a breather here. Maybe take a step back. Not get, just farm a little bit of the jungle there, not get picked off, get his levels. Or join his team with some TPs, because that top lane is a bit of a blunder already.
Yeah, and Ice. Level 5, closing in on the level 6.
Dying once or twice in the offlane, we've said, you know, it can be worth it. You know, getting that experience is very important rather than just being this useless kind of hero that has no presence in the lane. But once you start getting to those 3, 4, 5 deaths, it's really a big problem. And he's already got 4.
Ghostic having to be really careful, and it is hard because we've seen how easily Mineski will dive the tower, and they're looking to do it again. You have this wraparound coming in from the supports on the side. Ghostic has to play so careful there, and you can see it now, already backing up towards that tier 2 tower as he's aware that Mineski are still hunting for him up top. Down bottom, openings there for them to go in onto Ice. Miposhka, Yoku, Nyx surrounding him. He's got the Spike Carapace, not enough to save him. The Geminate attack, that second hit, being able to work around it as the first one was the one to proc the return.
Mineski really heavily prioritizing taking this top tower, putting 2 wards down to watch whenever Nature's Prophet comes in, and even rotating Moon, who is not doing so hot. That is a very under-leveled Mirana at the moment, and look at the comparison in net worth from Mirana to the TB, like from him having the roam, that's getting what, a couple kills given to him, and he's still behind. Yeah,
just goes to show how FN's been able to maintain good CS in this mid lane matchup.
Yeah.
Constantly using the Metamorphosis to have those easy waves where practically impossible for the Mirana to contest.
Is that a level, it's level 5 Mirana, and I think the TB is level 7, right? Yeah, so it's a pretty big disparity there. Now he hit 6. But
to the phase boost now as well, so when it comes to straight up right-click war on the creeps, he's got a bit of a better chance. But definitely a big play from Mineski in the sense, as you say, with the pressure, the vision they're keeping on Ghostic makes it very hard for Ghostic to really turn up to any sort of any of the other lanes.
He's got to watch himself. He does have a shrine.
He does have Yoku behind, but Yoku's been spotted out by Jabs. Ball straight in. No shrine heal's going to save that man. The damage too much from Mushi.
And he does click the shrine.
I'm down at this. Look at the setup. It's beautiful. The route into the arrow. Absolutely perfect there from Mineski as they pick up a second kill off the back of that movement.
They're always so on fire with these combos. That's why we were saying the Moon Mirana, you can never write that one off. He is spectacular with those plays.
As we're saying, most focus on the fact that FN's still farming, Nyx on the Weaver, still looking pretty good at this stage of the game. They're the position 1 and the position 2 looking strong. And as we did say, you know, FN, as long as he can stay sort of towards the top, he's always going to be able to use that PL strength against him in the sort of mid to late game.
He's going to need probably a relatively early BKB, I'd say, on that Terrorblade. Obviously not first item. He still wants to get that Yasha or Dragon Lance to accelerate him forward. But there is a good amount of magic damage and the combo that we talk about always. You know, that sleep into Arrow, sleep into Ice Path. He has to have ways to be avoidant of it, but bottom, easy kill.
Straight in onto Mineski. Jabs moving around with Moon, finding the easy setup. Nyx immediately hides himself deep behind the tier 1 tower. Ice is hunting. He's coming in with a Vendetta. Nyx does see him underneath the tower vision and immediately Shikuchis himself to the opposite area of that tower down bottom. And will be fine. A second Shikuchi there just in time to dodge the net. Keeps him safe and out of the way. Mineski actually going to TP down. It looks like they want to come back in, but already Yoku's in trouble. Ice sets up with a stun into the arrow. That's one down. I don't think Empire should have come down here to try and hold this one off, as both of the heroes that respond to that play end up feeding their lives away. Not the defense they wanted to make.
Didn't think that he would TP back down as that disruptor when they don't have either of the two big cores down there. The Weaver bailed. Terrorblade's not going to make a move down there, and neither is Nature's Prophet. So hemorrhaging it. Quite a few kills here, 3 to 10 already. 3K gold lead from Mineski.
That's an early lead, and Moon and Mushi. Top 2 net worth.
It's crazy, right? Like, look at if you see the last hits on the Mirana, he's getting all of his money just through kills in comparison. Terrorblade is strictly farming jungle. That's the way that he plays it. That's the way he always plays that style. Probably the best way to play the hero, too.
He's got a haste rune as well. Bottom lane, Yoku is being eyed up. If he gets caught up by the net arrow combo, that should be an easy kill. He goes for the Sandstorm. Are they going to throw the arrow in upon him? Oh, they are, but Yoku, he's wiser. Will move to the side. Still, though, question about diving in, but looks like without a creep wave themselves and a little too deep, not worth the time for the SK. Top lane, Ghostic goes for the Sprout. TP out attempt. Is he going to make it? He does.
Mushi. He started a teleport. I think he was trying to Quelling Blade a tree as the PL.
Oh,
right?
Wrong hotkey.
I think he wrong hotkeyed on the PL. Because he started TPing. Oh, no. Oh well, I think they might have been able to have that kill, but it was a quick Sprout TP from the Nature's Prophet.
They definitely would have got it if he managed to cut down the tree there, but
yeah, that was
the fingers in the wrong place.
And now they know the PL's TP is on cooldown. Moon hunting for kills here.
He's got the haste rune, but there's a fair few heroes looking upon him. He will leap himself out. Still Nature's Wrath comes through as well as Nyx with the chase down. He's got one leap left, Moon.
They want to bait it, but I don't think Ghostic can come just yet. They might be able to still chase.
Nyx can continue to dive this, and he will. Straight in the arrow's going to be there to hold him back a little bit, but Yoku will tag team himself in with a Burrow Strike to secure the kill, and a quick time lapse for Nyx keeps him safe. They've also looked for the rabbit. Oh, the mirror image dodge. Perfectly done there by Jabs as he disjoints the glimpse, keeps himself safely away.
Nicely done. And now they're going to TP down. They're going to bring Ghostic. They're going to bring FN, get themselves some tower gold, which they pretty much need right now, since they are at a bit of a deficit.
Yeah, they want to abuse the fact that they had this pushing power with the Nature's Prophet, the Metamorphosized TB. And indeed they do. Take that tower, push the Nyx on the Weaver closer and closer to having that Diffusal Blade, which will provide that real power spike along with the level 10 he looks for.
Arrow again.
Again, these combos, the setup, whether it be Ice or Jabs, Moon, always there to follow up. Another kill for this Mirana, who continues to farm heroes across the map.
This guy's Mirana's on point. Every time, he's always in the right place at the right time with his teammates.
And this is the thing, Empire's lineup, no sort of save. There's no way that they can react to or hold off heroes that do get stunned. They are going to go down at this earlier stage of the game, but they just don't have that HP to withstand the amount of burst that Mineski can offer.
Yep.
So it's 3K lead for Mineski, 11 for 4. FN's farm still looking strong. It's going to be all about those fights when the Terrorblade turns up, and as of now, no sort of pressure being sent his way. We're yet to really see Mineski try and make the moves to shut him down. They seem to be more content with picking off the easier kills. Nyx there with a quick Shikuchi gets himself out of imminent danger.
They want to turn this into a tier 1 tower.
They're looking for the wraparound. Nyx has to be careful. Reveals himself again. Shikuchi back. They've got the dust. Trying to go for the spike carapace, and they'll get it. Walking in range. Ice with the setup to help them find yet another kill. Bringing the Weaver down. Getting the space needed to have a good attempt at this tier 1 tower. Same time though, Empire, they're putting on the push themselves. Yoku, Ghostic, and FN pressuring in the top lane. And they will be unable, by the looks of it, to hold on to their own tier 1 mid as Mushi claims the tower gold, keeping himself firmly at the top of the net worth. 7.2k gold on this PL. Mushi continuing to go uncontested this game.
And he did go for the Battle Fury build. So the only game that we've actually had the PL win in this tournament so far was the one where he did not go to the Battle Fury.
I mean, this game,
but this game
it's understandable.
This game, it's definitely understandable because the pace of the game, it's going to be a slow one. They're playing versus a TB. They know that they have to be able to match him to the later stages. But the stronger he gets, the stronger Reflection gets.
At the same time, in that sense, though, these fights, the Battle Fury obviously going to be less of a bonus to the illusion than the Diffusal Blade would have been for the Reflection in mind.
Yes.
So you're sort of holding off your strength at this point, where Empire would have maybe liked to sort of get the TB involved. And there we have it, another kill as Jabs sets up onto Mineski. You've already got Ice hunting down Yoku. Yoku just backing all the way up to this tier 2 as he knows that he's likely to be hunted.
Just information being given.
If they get a stun into the arrow, they certainly could go for this kill. Moon is in the neighborhood. If they can find that setup, there we go, into the stun. Where's the arrow? And it comes. Is it going to be on mark? Oh, slightly off there from Moon. It was a hard one, pretty much at the max range there of the arrow cast, as it took a long time to fly across. So Yoku will be fine. FN turns up, pops the Reflection, heading towards Moon, but a quick ice path and a Moon leap TP up to the high ground gets him out of there.
Good thing Ancients are sleeping, or he may have gotten rooted there. It is daytime, or it is nighttime still, but it is about to turn into daytime.
Ice with the Iron Build going for
Greed.
The Midas.
Yeah, as we said, they know they want this game. It's gonna go late game. They're expecting that, so they're prioritizing going for those type of items. Yoku getting closer and closer to that blink. Pretty decent timing for the Sanking.
Yeah,
he's able to get it. And they find Mushi.
Yeah, they do have the level 6 Homer Poshka, so straight away with the Static Storm, they've trapped Mushi. Is he going to have time to react? The Glimpse back into it. Ghostic's there as well. He does get the Doppelganger off. Can he go for the Duke with the illusions? He won't be able to. They're all too low. Ghostic punches through them, gets the kill. Mid lane looking for the sleep setup. Jabs sets up the arrow. Perfectly timed there. Moon gets the follow-up. They take down FN. So a core for a core there. That sort of sleep setup that you talked about at the start being put into practice. The timing is, some of the best that I've seen from the teams that do attempt it, as yet to really see them mess up that timing. They've got it down to a T. Yeah,
very high-paced game though, 5-14, 3k gold advantage. And look at this, Ice with no hesitation, just constantly stalking this Nyx assassin.
Yeah, won't be enough damage to get the kill, but still quite the nuisance here for Nyx.
Making his life quite miserable. Midas almost online for Ice.
Radiant's middle tower is not safe.
And we have it indeed, 16 minutes in. Good timing for the offlane Nyx assassin, that's for sure.
He's having a great time.
And still Mineski maintaining this lead at this stage of the game. And as we said, with about a Fury on Mushi, we could only expect his farm to continue to go at a rate that the FN Terrorblade will struggle to keep up with, unless they are able to take some more objectives from the map and push a little more frequently with the Metamorphosis. But as it is, you know, he does need to play safe. He wants to at least get the Manta style done before he puts himself in danger.
Yeah, I think maybe Manta BKB. If he goes full greedy, I guess he could choose to just go for that Manta Scotty build. I think he really needs the BKB though versus the sleep combo. I think he could just get bursted without getting Sunder off in a lot of the situations. Empire, they did get some really nice wards down in the aggressive jungle, and you see Mineski placed like 3 or 4 sentries to try to find them, and they actually didn't. So that could become a pretty good opportunity for them to find Mushi with that newly picked up Yoku Blink Dagger on Sanking.
Yeah, they absolutely want to do something big with that. They have the epicenter. No smoke on Yoku, so unlikely to get the jump with a surprise element. You have Ice mid. Scouting things out once again on his Nyx assassin, creating some space here for Jabs to get a bit of farm to catch up on this support Naga Siren.
And that's the good thing about, if you do have the Nyx offlane, you need to have that 4 hero that takes the farm on the map, because you're constantly doing this. Yeah. You're not pushing lanes out, you never are. So you need to have that type of 4 hero that can take that that farm.
Now here we go, smoke up from Mineski. They have just picked up the Aghanims on Moon, so a huge amount of magical burst damage stepped up from this Mirana. That can certainly cause an issue for even the Terrorblade at this stage of the game if they can get on top of him. Top lane, Yoku's actually going to be the one to commit, jump straight in with a Burrow Strike. Static Storm drop down onto the Nyx assassin, and Ice is out. They do find the connection, Nyx still able to get the time lapse, Ice Path flies through, but Nyx on the Weaver is going to be fine. They turn their attention towards Yoku, but he still has the Burrow Strike, jumping himself across the tree line. Moon will continue to chase. Sandstorm buys some time for Yoku, it's not enough, as he'll still fall. 1-for-1 trade there between the two teams, as that was the smoke movement from Mineski. Not really off to as much of a kill as they would have hoped for. Sure, they get the Sand King, but ideally they want to be finding the cause of Empires. FN does continue to get space in his own jungle, as you say, with the warding, feeling very confident in where he can go without having to worry too much about being ganked at this stage.
Mineski did now finally deward actually both of them, but they were there for a bit. But now you see, like I was saying, the adjustments made. FN realizes. I was imagining that he would too. He's adjusting and going back for that BKB. I think he has to. It's too important in this game to have.
Yeah, I think, and to be fair, it just does so much more than the Manta. I mean, what are you mantering off? The net.
Well, Manta's like, I'm going to farm for the next 10 minutes until I get that BKB. BKB's like, all right, we can actually take engagements. Right now they're playing where it's like, all right, we just have to fully split up. But Mushi's okay with this because he went for the Battle Fury build. So he's okay with that pace of the game. If his team is running around making plays, he's constantly pushing other side lanes in, getting heavier and heavier farm.
And here we go, Mineski talking about making the plays, instantly going for a second smoke.
On Naga. He's going for the Radiance build.
We've not seen that in a while on these position 4s, but I guess in a game like this, with your other support 19 minutes in, that's not a terrible timing for a Relic.
That's really fast. Yeah. As a support, he's 5,600 net worth. I mean, the Radiance.
Why not do it?
That miss rate is going to be obnoxious versus Weaver and Terrorblade.
The one thing you could question, though, is the game you decide to get the Radiance on Naga is the game when you're against the Terrorblade with Reflection.
That is true.
So that
is very, very true.
Is going to be used against you. I mean, sure, it's great, as you say, you're getting it at a good time on this position 4, but there's a reason why we don't necessarily see as many Radiance cores drafted and built this way against the Terrorblade, because it goes both ways in the team fight.
It's going to hurt the PL a lot in the fights. If there is ever, like, if he goes through the reflection cooldown, which I hope to God he does since he first that PL.
He absolutely will. As soon as he sees that Radiance, he's going to be jumping towards that talent.
Yeah.
Ninja Boogie will be found out here. They do have the Diffusal Blade on Nick, so a good amount of damage step up, but the song's out. Do buy the time here for Ninja Boogie to escape, but they get the glimpse on Jabs, dragging back the Naga. Still goes for the TP. Has he got time to do so? He hasn't. The song ends, Burrow Strike comes in. They catch out Jabs, take down the Naga.
During all this, Mushi still just farming. Look at how he's 3K ahead of FN, and FN's also been doing the same thing, spending all of his time really farming.
And as we say, you really can't understate how much a good Reflection can turn fights around against these heroes that Mineski have. The PL and this inevitable Radiance Naga that Jabs is getting closer to. If they can keep FN alive, you've got to be careful if you're Mineski. Despite having this lead, it can absolutely be used against you. I
bet Blitz is having a heart attack in the other room, because when he sees these Radiance versus Terrorblades, he's like, no, please don't go Radiance versus Terrorblade. Reflection's too good.
Now let's see. I mean, at least Mushi, he won't have to worry about that if that does happen, as he does have his own BKB finished on the piano.
Sure.
So he himself will be safe, can hard commit onto the Terrorblade. If he can get himself on top of FN, have sort of the team as well locking him down. But that in itself is going to be harder, because at the same time, FN, he has his BKB. So BKB there for the Terrorblade, and this is going to allow him to be a part of these fights pretty confidently, because physical damage, it isn't too high really on the side of Mineski. Sure, you do have this PL that's going to scale up as it goes along, but the Mirana with the Axe build moon more focused on the magical, you're going to feel pretty invulnerable as the Terrorblade at this stage, 22 minutes into the game in these team fights with the BKB.
So Ghostic has quieted down his deaths. He had 4 deaths in the first, like, what, 8 minutes of the game. Now he's 2 and 5. He's recovered. He's got an Orchid now.
Amount of farm. More farm than his safe lane Weaver. Nyx. About 500 gold in between the two of them. And Empire smoking up. And I like this. With that BKB on the Terrorblade, with the Diffusal Blade on Nyx, they are ready to go and try and find that fight.
I think they know that the Naga Sleep is still on cooldown too, so they're trying to take advantage of that timing.
But look at this, Ice. He spotted out a fair bit of theirs. He comes across with a Vendetta. They pop the dust, but he's already out of range. So that movement from Ice is going to keep his team safe there as he puts an end to the smoke movement. Empire unable to find any sort of catch.
Yeah, some time wasted for sure.
And just a little bit slow there with the dust reaction to get their eyes onto Ice. He's got his Midas off cooldown, one more pop of that, and he will have the Blink Dagger complete. Jabs, full Radiance now out to him on the Courier, as the recipe is done.
FN's probably going to laugh when he sees it too. He's probably going to be like, yes, Radiance on the other team.
I mean, it will be funny to see how much of a factor it does play in the fights. Of course, if you're smart, I believe he can obviously turn it off.
Toggle it.
If he toggles it off, then hats off to Jabs. We could see some very smart heads-up plays, but it's hard to play around, you know, and sort of the mind games are there, you know. Is he going to reflect me? Do I want to keep the Radiance on for our own beneficial plays during these team fights. We'll see. We'll see how well Jabs can react to that. Just that. Level 20 is the big one.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at.
That's when we're really looking at the potential for Empire to swing these fights around, despite still being
Top
behind.
lane, Ghostic getting gone on as well.
Mid lane as well. Yoku jumps in onto Ninja Boogie with the Burrow Strike. Up on top, does look like they do get the kill. Mineski in mid lane as well. That's going to be another one. They chase down Yoku. He's falling low. Doppelganger up to the high ground. Yoku with the Sandstorm, buying some time for himself, but the Illusions chase him down. They've lost Jabs, but Empire, they've lost too.
FN had to use BKB to dodge the song there.
The fight not quite over though, maybe. Nyx was looking for some more on the sidelines. Does have to time that away. Moon jumps in, arrow connects straight onto Disruptor. Mushi chases down, picks up the double kill. Claims the life of Miposhka. Mineski seeing if they can find anything more. They know that BKB has been used by FN. And FN just a little too far away for them to catch out. Ice was eyeing it up, but FN knows a little better. Keeps himself up on the high ground, back to base. Roshan is there. And Mineski, they are going to look to head into the pit and go for the takings. They can do it pretty well, pretty safely with Mushi and his army of illusions.
Yeah, pretty safely, and also like there's a Ninja Boogie can always throw his spells in there too, so it can negate. Uh-oh, the arrow.
Moon, with that arrow and the axe, ooh, it's going to bring Nyx very low. Does not have time lapse, so will not be able to instantly heal that back up. He's got to back all the way to base. TPs are coming through to the shrine. They do want to try and contest around the Roshan pit, but are they going to be able to get there in time? That's the question. Yoku finding the stun onto Ice. They had the reflection as well, but he goes straight for the TP out. Not going to make it. Glimpse there from Miposhka. Sets up on the kill for Ice. Roshan is still up. Can they get in the pit, Empire? They're heading towards it, but I think Roshan's going to fall too quickly, and indeed it does. Mineski get the Roche kill, Aegis into the hands of Mushi. Empire just unable to get in and contest the pit in time.
Yeah, 8K gold advantage now for Mineski. Great decision making there for them to go for that one once they pick off the Sanking, since they're, I mean, the Sanking and the Disruptor are the big team fight aspects for Empire. If those two go down, there's no way that Empire can take engagements versus Mineski's lineup. Not yet, until they get to the much later stages. We could have a long one on our hands on.
Good. Mushi still looking very strong. 3K ahead of FN's farm. We'll see how he adapts his build as it goes on Yoku. Very close to having the 4-staff. It's going to be pretty key. Very important to get FN in position in these fights, as we've seen time and time again.
I think I saw the adjustment by Weaver. He's going to go for BKB and then back for the Aghanims, because he knows how important it is to protect his Terrorblade. So that Weaver definitely going to be switching up the build a little bit.
And again, talking about how good the reflection is for FN this game, I wonder if we do see the Blink Dagger come out maybe earlier on in his item build, as we have seen some very, very impressive plays from the Blink Dagger Terrorblades in the past. Miracle and Resolution have had some great games where they pick up that item at the right time, and it allows them to have such an impact with the reflection. In the jungle of Mineski, they've managed to find out Yoku. Ninja Boogie and Ice going at it here. Looks like he used up the Hellbear there in that one. They do manage to take down the neutral creep at least, and they will still get Yoku. They jump in, find the kill. BKB's committed by both Mushi and Moon though. They'll want to find more at the back of those usages, and they do head in onto Miposhka. They manage to find Weaver as Jabs has the setup with the Naga Siren, cuts down the Weaver. Mushi looks for Miposhka. Miposhka will manage to make it out with the TP.
This Weaver is getting demolished in all these engagements.
He's just really struggling this game, Nyx.
Gets caught by one stun, just instantly dead to all the burst that Mineski has. He's now fallen behind Jabs in net worth as this Weaver. That's a big problem for Empire. They're really going to have to just put all their confidence in FN to solo carry this game. Yeah,
we've seen Nyx have some good games this LAN, but in this Weaver performance, definitely one of the weaker ones. As I guess, I mean, we saw at the start he was suffering in CS. I guess Ice was able to have enough of a presence in that lane to sort of hold him off at the start. He gets the Diffusal Blade, but we haven't really seen Empire be able to get their Weaver in a position to get those sort of kills that he wants to hit once he gets that Mana Break talent and has the Diffusal Blade, where he does have that significant jump up in right-click damage in that early stage of the game.
It is one of the harder heroes to play too. We tend to only really see the Weaver when you're in the past versus like Lifestealers and stuff, and then it further became to like only versus Batrider you pick the Weaver. So it is a harder hero to play. Yoku again
coming out,
get caught out.
Stun upon stun as they burst down the SK. He's now down for 50 seconds.
They can go for high ground push here.
Absolutely. You can see Tomes being purchased here by FN as he's desperately trying to climb himself towards that level 20. He's level 18 at the moment on the Terrorblade. Oh, and Mineski ready to push up. How can Empire hold?
Arrow connects.
They're trying their best, but indeed, with FN being caught out like this Moon Mirana just being an absolute nightmare for Empire. No Terrorblade for a full minute. Mineski moving in, pushing on. They do have buyback on FN. He really doesn't want to expend it. He may have to if they want to try and hold this Rax as Mineski. They're going to do their best to continue pushing. They really don't want to hold back off of this. As they take the tower, Mushi moving towards the Rax. Empire, how are they going to put a stop to this? They have Yoku back up in 5 seconds. It looks like they are just going to have to let the melee Rax go. They have the silence onto Mushi, but he really doesn't care. He's still feeling confident up on this front lines. The Sand King's back up. Mineski, they want to fight. They found the Ice Path. They jump in immediately onto Yoku. FN will now buy back. They've got the Static Storm controlling Ice. Can they get a kill out of the back of it? They have the self-use Ice. Buying time for himself. The BKB is out though. He can't get the kill though. The net rooted him down. They'll pop the Manta Star, but already the time and space is there for Mineski to back up, disengage. The thing to note though, the melee Rax did not fall. Mineski weren't able to finish that off. So the buyback not getting any kills, but it does stop the Rax from falling. So quite a crucial hold in that sense from Empire.
Huge win for Mineski though. They had that ward down and they see Yoku started channeling the Epi. They instantly Ice Path Arrow. Back to back. First they kill the Terrorblade with it, then they kill the Sand King, and FN uses buyback and his BKB, and they get no kills out of it. Mineski is probably in a very, very happy position. Empire really under the gun here now. What can they do?
Yeah, I think they definitely realize, Mineski, that they have this significant net worth lead. As 20k on Mushi. FN just not quite able to have the impact that he would hope to, and we're seeing Mineski as well playing very nicely around that reflection threat, constantly keeping themselves split up, just having Ice on the front. We've seen the reflections that have come out only catch out the Nyx Assassin the majority of the times, and here he goes with the setup into the arrow, jump forward as the BKB is popped by Moon. He knows he can commit it with the damage flying through from the Aghanims. It takes down the Weaver. They'll chase down Yoku, looks to force himself away. It's not going to get him back to safety as this godlike Mirana Moon picks up the double kill, moving in onto FN. He goes for the Sunder, but it Sunders absolutely nothing at all there. His health just remaining the same as Empire getting picked apart. 26-11, 30 minutes in. Mineski now will be able to finish off the mid lane Rax and almost certainly look for more. Only buyback available on Nyx Weaver. And here we have it. There's a completed Octarine on this support Naga. I mean, when the support Naga has his Octarine at 31 minutes, I think you know that the game is over.
Oh yeah.
As Mineski, they never really were behind at all this game.
No, they were ahead in gold actually the entire time. And again, these combos, the Ice Path, they have the net follow-up.
They're trying for this. FN does have the BKB and the Manta as he looks to turn. He'll get the reflection out of it, trying to use Mineski's strength to get themselves, but the Moonlight's there, meaning the Illusions can't get the right clicks in. They do get the glimpse back onto Ninja Boogie, stuck on the high ground as he's trapped in the kinetic field, but the song comes through. They're looking for the setup. Mineski moving in. Two heroes lined up perfectly for the stuns. There's the arrow connection. That's going to be Miposhka down as Mushi fires in the Spirit Lance. No disruptor for 45. Yoku jumps in with the epicenter, but it's an epicenter onto Illusions. Mineski are not phased at all as they just move in for more blood, sweat, and tears from Empire. 2 down, 2 sets of racks cleared up by Mineski. And they're looking for the third. Mushi to head up to top. Neither Miposhka or Yoku with buyback available. 27k net worth lead. They just couldn't get online in time, Empire. Mineski playing far too fast for this lineup to deal with. Again, the chain stuns onto FN, rendering him absolutely useless in these team fights. Ghostic as well, getting body blocked up by Jabs. The items are being dropped. Jabs with the taunt. Ghostic has to TP himself into the base from the base. GG is called. Game 1 going to Mineski. And it really, this game never was, it wasn't close at all, Fog. This was just Mineski playing a step ahead. The Mirana, I kind of wonder if you're against Mineski, do you have to take it away?
Maybe it could be the Naga too. The Naga did help set him up so much. They did enable Moon all over the place. I did feel like this game was a lot down on the support play. I felt like the 2 supports on Empire, they found maybe like 1 or 2 catches on the, I think they caught the PL once top, right? And they caught like Nyx with their 2 big ultis. But besides that, they didn't really have much of an impact. While in comparison, you look at the other side, these arrows, this Nyx and this Naga, they found kills